Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the LockerGnome Daily Report, and that is TLDR for short. Also short for too long didn't read. You know, I almost wrote a blog post on my blog that nobody visits anymore. I was going to write a blog post about how nobody reads blog posts anymore. I started writing it, and then I quit. So you get this instead today. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to the 535 patrons, although this is actually a number that isn't accurate. If you look at chrispirillo.com, which will redirect you to patreon.com/chrispirillo, you'll see some nice numbers. The problem is, we're off by $1,000 in budget. Oops, some patrons aren't real patrons. This number is actually closer to 484 today. Yikes. Not really a huge deal. I'm still very happy for the patrons who are kind of paying attention and supporting. Very, very appreciative. But you can't look at the numbers and think, wow, Chris must be doing well. Not as well as you would think. And we still have a long ways to go to be able to accomplish certain goals that I would like to reach to do more for you, especially the things that you like me to do for you. So thank you for the true patrons who are out there and everybody who would want to become a patron. Well, it's really easy to do. And I've got a list of bonuses. I'm going to be updating those goals here in the next few days. I'll be running I'll be sitting here, standing. You can stand by if you want. You can stand when you're watching the video, sure. I'll be going through the list of names to show the people who are supporting at a certain level of patronage or higher at some point in this video. There are a few things that we definitely want to cover today, including saying welcome to everybody who's tuned in live, like Chris Eldridge, Efren Quihius. Oh, man. I got to get better at saying, this is why I don't say names anymore, unless I need to, because I'll slaughter them, and I don't mean to. That guy commenting, I love his handle. By the way, that's my favorite handle. That's the handle of the day. David Bates, Jesus Chavez, Amer I'll get it right. Al Harby. I hope I got it right. Well, if not, I do apologize. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This was broadcast live on YouTube. 12 million would be a nice number for us. A little unrealistic right now. 12 million downloads of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote for iPad. Office tweeted this out earlier today, so congratulations, Microsoft. It would be Microsoft Office, not your Office. They tweeted out this photo. Pretty nice. That's a lot of people downloading Office for the iPad. Or not the iPad, it's just iPad. Apple doesn't like to call it the anything. I don't know why, but that's Apple's prerogative. 12 million downloads, I am one of those people. I actually purchased a 365 subscription from Office or Microsoft directly. Now, speaking of money, if you are a kid, and you may be, I'm an adult who acts like a kid but doesn't mean to act like a kid. He's just kind of got this kid trapped inside him, which I know is really weird because his wife has a kid trapped inside of her because she's pregnant. Not the kid, the wife. I'm not a virgin. I'm just happy about that. That's what I'm bragging about. Raspberry Pi, not the food that you could eat. Sorry, hun. But, you know, that little computer thing that's super, super affordable and allows you to use it for a billion different ways. You're pretty much limited only by your creativity. Has announced a £1 million, not dollar. That's like the English, British, UK-ish dollar over there, overseas. In the other land. £1 million education fund for kids computing projects. If you are a kid or you know of a kid, not an adult who thinks he's a kid or acts like a kid, tell them about this. They may have a chance of getting their idea funded by Raspberry Pi. Pretty awesome announcement. Also, in the world of awesome announcements, If This Then That just released a universal binary for iOS that would now be iPad native, as well as iPhone. Of course, it's been on the iPhone for a while. It's a free app. You should absolutely be using it if you have an iOS device. You don't even need an iOS device. Just go over to IFTTT.com and check it out, because you can mix and match various services in ways to make them do things that normally can't be done. Or you can automate certain processes. And with this new version of If This Then That, they enabled iOS notifications. So if you always wanted an app that would say, do something for you, but an app like that didn't exist, you could use If This Then That to connect one service with this service and make it do something that you wanted it to do. That's the beauty of IFTTT. If this, then that. I love the service. It's free. It's now available as a native binary for the iPad. Try it. Check it out. It is free. The links, by the way, for all these items are in this video's description, or if not, they will be by the time I finish doing this video. Actor, director, producer, talent, million person. I wear a lot of hats. I do on a daily basis, but that's part of the thing that I want to do with Patreon. I thought about this. What if we set up as a goal being able to do monthly meetups in the Seattle area? We would have to find a place, of course, to do it, and then just do like live geek outs with the audience. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? I think that'd be something we could dovetail into the Patreon campaign. And you don't have to live in the Seattle area to be able to enjoy or appreciate what we would do there, but that'd be kind of neat. I just thought of that before broadcasting today. I'm running it by Diana first, just to get a gut check. I'm not checking out your gut. I'm just really kind of getting a feel of whether or not you're appreciating that idea. I agree. It would be cool. Facebook Messenger on iOS and Android has been updated for free Wi-Fi calling. If you're on Wi-Fi networks, if you have friends on Facebook Messenger, that's pretty much my default instant messaging client today. And it's been that way really for a couple of years. I just kind of fell into it. I don't use any other messaging clients as much anymore other than messages on iOS and, of course, OS X. Free Wi-Fi calling. Pretty nice, I would say. Pretty convenient if you do still want to talk to people like this. I don't. This is the way phones used to look like for me. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, I said someone's name right. It's pretty awesome. BuildWithChrome.com is a real-world Lego mapping system. Indeed, it is max 3,099. However, I don't think it's stupid. I mean, it's kind of neat. I talked about it a while ago, but it's stupid in the sense that you don't get to keep the bricks. That's the only kind of Lego anything that I like, is thinking Lego bricks. The real deal. I want the Lego bricks in hand. Now, we've gotten to the point in this broadcast where I need to wipe the sweat off my brow and show you some gifts that came in for baby Pirillo. You geeks are going to love them. Thank you to Betsy Weber for sending this Y is for Yoda onesie. Isn't that cute? We're going to have the world's geekiest baby come hell or high water. I don't care if they want to be a geek. Well, you know, some parents dress up their kids in sporting uniforms and crap like that. Yeah. So, you know, we're going to... Oh. The Yoda... What the hell is this? It's like a Yoda Rattler? What is that? It's a Yoda something. Like, wait, hang on. It's Yoda Cthulhu. Oh, my name is Zoidberg. I'm Zoidberg Yoda. Futurama, hun. It is. Oh, that is so cute. I didn't know. It just fell out of this onesie. It's another Yoda onesie. We're going to have the wisest little geek in the neighborhood. Oh, no. Can you believe Betsy set all this stuff? She's from TechSmith. They make screencasting software that I've been using for years. W is for Wookiee. That's a little one. It's a very tiny one. Our baby's probably going to be this size for about 4 years, though, because I am small. And I still got her pregnant. There's hope for us all, really, by saying that. Thank you, Betsy, for sending this stuff. Old friend of mine, really. This came from a friend, not just a fan, and I appreciate it. R is for R2-D2. Here's the only problem with all these onesies. One, the baby's going to grow out of them. And two, it's not even a full alphabet. We need more alphabetic letters. No, don't worry. Betsy had us covered with Star Wars ABCs. Oh, I can open it this way. I wish this book existed when I was a kid. I do. I never had any of this stuff. I could have. See, well, no. Oh, you don't want to know. I was born in the 1900s, with beginning at 19, not early 1900s. Diana was as well, so there you go. I thought you were going to say this is she is legal. A full. It is a full outfit. Yeah. No, but you said full alphabet. Full alphabet. Yes, I did say full alphabet. And since we don't know whether or not the baby is going to be a girl or a boy yet, nobody knows. She's got our bases covered with Darth Vader and Son and Vader's Little Princess. She sent these books as well. Thank you, Betsy. And you also sent some other stuff, which I will show at some point in the broadcast. I just want to move forward with news headlines and my thoughts. Yoda Cthulhu needs to be a GIF, says Chris Eldridge. I agree. Someone GIF that thing, and I'd be happy to reshare it across all my networks. I love animated GIFs, you know me. Wearables are not ready for prime time, and this is just it's a knee-jerk type of observation that a journalist had made, and I don't disagree. It seems that a lot of people who buy these wearable things return them because they suck. Remember, it's not the idea, it's the implementation. You got to use it, and you have to want to use it, and it has to not suck in order to actually, work. Because just talking about something for the sake of specs is completely irrelevant and really kind of irresponsible. It's another reason why I don't like doing a lot of reviews personally, because, so much of my experiences are personal. And, if I say something that someone else disagrees with, they hate me all of a sudden. I'm like, why? Don't hate me. Just because I had a different experience, man. We're human. Can't we all just get along? I think we can. I do. But I also happen to agree with this journalist. Wearables, for the most part, are not ready for prime time. There's not been a single wearable that I've wanted to spend my money on. Not one. Not one yet that I've seen that has actually shipped. There's a lot of good ideas floating out there, but nothing that is like, I could live. No, not just live with it. When it's something that I can't live without, that's how you know it's good. Then think about that. Something that you're not just living with, something that you can't live without. That is a good wearable. I don't disagree with his observation. Take a look at he's got a full-on essay and pulled in even research that he did, seeing how many of these smartwatches were returned or even sold. People are trying to sell them. In fact, some people, they're paying people to take the smart stuff from them because their smart stuff is kind of dumb. It's not just the idea, it's the implementation. Johnny Knoxville is set to voice Leonardo in the I almost said They Might Be Giants. TMNT, not TMBG. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that is set to be released at some point in the future. Looks good. I'll certainly see it. Probably not in the theaters. That I don't know yet. I'm looking forward to it, though. And Johnny Knoxville will be voicing Leonardo. Splinter will apparently be voiced by Tony Shalhoub. I'm a Tony Shalhoub fan. I've been watching Tony ever since he was in Wings. If you guys remember that sitcom, I loved that sitcom. Loved it. I didn't realize he didn't have an accent until I saw him in Monk, and I also happen to like Monk as a television series. Good content, good content. So congratulations, Johnny Knoxville. Very happy to hear that your career is not as damaged as your body might be, really, because he's the jackass guy. I could never do that. That's something, no, it's not going to happen. Vine, the Vine, the messaging video thing that some people love. I don't use Vine all that often. I have a profile. You can follow me there if you want and never get updates. They've just added messaging, much like Instagram, which I never use messaging for there. But you can now message through Vine, if you didn't know that, with the app update that was released today. Monument Valley was another app that was released today. This is people were waiting for this so hard, so much that's already an editor's pick. It's a $4 app for the iPad. It's a universal binary, and you could also use it on the iPhone as well. God, what's up with that slop? Did you see that slop? Did you see the frame droppage when I maximized? Look at that. Ooh. What does iOS think it is? Old versions of Android? But anyway, the graphics are beautiful. Gameplay is apparently stellar. I haven't picked it up yet for one reason, and one reason alone. Let me go ahead and flip through the patrons here, because we're at the midway point of where I want to be. Some people have asked, by the way, when I would do a shorter version of TLDR. I think I'm making that as a goal for patrons. Like, if we hit a certain goal, I'd be able to hire a video editor to do condensed versions of TLDR. So the things that I talk about could be condensed. Someone else could work. I don't want to, dude, I hate editing video. I hate it. The fact that I do it for the vlog every day should mean a lot to you if you appreciate the vlog. The reason why I am not downloading or purchasing this $4 app is not because I can't, because I can. It's because I'm actually going to exchange a free gift card for it. There are two services right now that I primarily use to earn free iTunes gift cards and Google Play gift cards and Amazon gift cards and whatnot. One of them is this one, and you could get to this by way of the link in the video's description, because then I get credit, you get more points, and we all win. It's go.tagjag.com/free apps, and then the other one I use is go.tagjag.com/free points. And you'd imagine, well, yeah, Chris, of course you get free stuff because, you know, people sign up. Well, we met, what was his name? Oh, God, I feel so bad. He was in San Francisco. He came with his girlfriend. Yeah. They both watched the vlogs. He said thank you because he earned $200 on these two apps because I recommended it. And he's just an average student. He works at an electronics store, and he was just thrilled. I'm like, wow. So people do earn free stuff. You don't have to be, you know, Chris Pirillo to get free stuff. You could be you and get free stuff as well. So I'm going to exchange a gift card and then get Monument Valley that way. So that way I didn't have to pay for it. I get what is likely going to be a killer game according to the reviews and what people are saying. I'm just happy not to pay for it. Lone Wolf, speaking of not to pay for it, is now this week's free iPad app/game. They give away stuff every week. And I love giveaways. I love free stuff. Don't get me wrong. I pay for things when I need to pay for something. When I'm ready to pay for something, I will absolutely buy it. In fact, I hate to say this to Betsy, but I had already purchased both of these books. So, you know what we could do? Let's do a giveaway. Yeah. And this is an idea that I think, oh God, if I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but Oscar Roque, a huge fan in our community, really, he said we should do, like, have a patron level where we do random giveaways at a certain patron level. And every week we do a giveaway. So I don't have need for these duplicate books necessarily. Maybe we should give them away. Would you guys want them? I would autograph them, but I didn't write the books. That's a little weird. Here, can you sign the book that isn't yours? Baby Pirillo. There we go. Baby Pirillo will stamp his or her hand or foot, whether or not they want to. Diana's going to make that happen. I do not want to be anywhere near it when it does. Now, something else that I ended up sharing on Facebook, and the funny thing is nobody seemed to see it until I shared it on Twitter. There's this little, see this little graphic here? See that as I zoom in, it says get notifications. If you head over to my Facebook page or any one of your favorite Facebook pages at all, if you go to the front page of where they are and you press, I think it's either under friends or follow, you can toggle get notifications. And I think that's very important. And it was funny because I asked people in the comments thread, I was like, how many of you guys had done this? And the people who are the people who most commonly are active in my Facebook profile are the ones who had get notifications already on. So genius, really, if you've been looking to stay up to date with what we're doing on Facebook, just toggle that one simple thing on my profile page, get notifications, and you will be aware when we put something new up there. And there's usually pretty good commentary, comments that come in from the community, and I'm very happy about that. I'm happy to have people who want to interact with the things that I want to put out there. Chris, I want you to know every time I see the blog 10 minutes plus, 1 second, I think, wow, Chris has a lot of skill and put a lot of work into that to get that 1 second. Oh, the 10 minutes and 1 second afterwards. Chris does put in a lot of work for his anal retentiveness, that guy commenting. I don't know why. It just started, it didn't even begin that way. The first vlog was random. I think the first week's worth. And the thing, as soon as I started taking over editing, then it was like 10:01, 10:01, 10:01, 10:01, 10:01. Sometimes 12:01, sometimes 11:01. TLDR doesn't work the same way. It's less stressful to do a live video show. You know what I'd love to do is a live Star Wars video show. I would love to do that. I'm a Star Wars fan. This is a Super 8 real. This is real film. Oh God, it's unraveling. Oh God, I shouldn't have done that. This is an antique. This is a freaking antique. And it's now mine. Thank you, Jason Thomas, a proud patron. He sent this for Baby Pirillo to watch. It's very, very unique. One of a kind, I would say. Well, at least for me, one of a kind. I didn't even know they had a condensed version of Star Wars on film that you could get. And he asked, hey, do you still need a projector? And I'm like, hey, yes, I still do. I still would need a projector because I don't have a projector. Well, a projector can be pretty big. I used to, you know what I loved? And I almost got this for nostalgic purposes. I'm a huge toy fan. Fisher-Price used to have this little thing where you stick in cartridges and you turn this little wheel crank around and you could watch movies. The little cartridges. I used to love those. We only had like 3 cartridges, and I watched the same ones over and over again. Then you could go backwards, go frame by frame. Oh. Okay, I'm the only one. All right, moving forward. You can crowdfund an open hardware startup. So if you want, let's say not open source hardware, but open hardware, in the sense that you want to control everything, stem to stern. Forget about, okay, for all you people like, I use Linux. I'm not saying I use Linux. I'm saying for those of you out there say, I use Linux and open and open and open and open. And Android is open and open and open and open. And Google open. Well, Google's not as open as some people think it is. But I don't want to get into that right now. Don't want to get political. Either way, if you want an open hardware platform to make a laptop type of computer, a desktop type of computer, all open, check out Novena. It's now available for you to fund. They just 45 days left, 219 pledges, almost $100,000 raised as of this moment. I think it's very admirable. I think it's great for someone to do this. A new open hardware computing platform, flexible and powerful. So forget about, if you love Linux, hey, that's great. If you're all about open source, that's great. Be as open with your hardware. Then I would 110% respect you. Not just being open with your software, being open with your hardware choices as well. Via patron George Barrett's big news, this is what George read today, is how the woman who used to be the creative director of the Uncharted series on the PS3, he notes a franchise heralded for expertly combining gameplay with storytelling, is now working on a new Star Wars game. Who knows? Maybe it'll convince you to give next-gen gaming a try one day. Probably not. Maybe. If it's a good game, I could be convinced to do some Star Wars gaming. It's been a while. The last Star Wars game I think I played was Attack of the Clones on a Game Boy Advance. I did that. And then I remember I played Pod Racer. I loved Pod Racer. Star Wars, Rogue Squadron. Loved Rogue Squadron. We're talking like eons ago. I think the prequels were brand new back then. So that's big news. I did see a lot of people sharing that too, and I didn't know the relevance of Amy Hennig, basically being brought in to spearhead the Star Wars project. But that is big news. Story and gameplay, it's a good combination right off the bat. Right off the bat, did I say? Well, yeah, it is. You start out with good story, good gameplay. You got a winning combination. Let me go ahead and kick in the Tix screensaver. I wish I had more variety for my screensavers, but Google doesn't like it when I put other people's stuff up here, so I got to be careful. USB Type-C is coming and is reversible, and I think we mentioned this yesterday, but I have a link for the PDF for you in today's video description. You can now play, this is the big announcement coming today, speaking of when I was saying the Attack of the Clones Game Boy Advance game, you can now play Game Boy Advance games on Wii U. And I think it's a genius move, really, for Nintendo. Because I've even seen some suggestions out there in the Twitterverse that some people they never even wanted to get a Wii U. Now they do because of that. And I think it's a smart way of going. I mean, just access your old library, play it on newer hardware, and make your gamers happy. I think Nintendo's going to make a lot of money. I think they're going to sell a lot of Wii U's because of that. I had a Game Boy Advance at one time. I just didn't play it as much anymore when mobile gaming kind of moved to touchscreen computers like iPads and iPhones and Android devices and what have you. But that's the big news from Nintendo today. You can now play GBA games on Wii U. Google Plus pages now show total profile, post, and photo views. It's kind of neat. I kind of got caught into, and it wasn't exactly an argument, but I said, yeah, okay, it was nice. I've got 100 million views on Google Plus. But then there was a person out there who's very, also very active on Google Plus, has a fraction of the followers. I've got 1.2 million followers. He has 50,000 followers. His view count was about the same. So what that told me was everything I've said about Google Plus was absolutely correct. Great pockets of actual engagement, organic engagement, but most people sign up for Google Plus and then didn't realize they signed up for it. They didn't want the account. And I think that the numbers, because they are the way they are, matching, profile view for profile view or subscriber count to subscriber count, that just, it to me underscores not just engagement, that it exists on Google+, but that most users don't know that Google Plus exists, even if they already have the account. They have a YouTube account, they've got Google+. They had Gmail, they've got Google+. You know, and that, I've gone into it before. I don't want to go too deeply into it. Either way, it's nice to see these public stats, but it's only reinforced everything that I said that got me kicked off the suggested user list from Google. Google didn't like me telling the truth. The Wil Wheaton Project is set to air on Sci-Fi. Congratulations, Will. I know you're not watching this video, but that's okay. I'm still a fan. And he actually spoke at Gnomedex 2004 eons ago. And I think he's done very well for himself, especially within geek culture. See him all the time on The Big Bang Theory. And now it's nice to see that Sci-Fi is picking up a show that he put out there. And he described it in his blog post as a talk soup for geeks. Love the idea. Love it, love it, love it. I could not think of a more perfect person to be hosting that show. Very glad to hear that it's Will. The Matrix came out 15 years ago. I'm old. I remember seeing that in the theater. It's a long time ago. Oh, speaking of Big Bang Theory, Jenny Propis, also a patron, mentioned yesterday that the Tonner Doll Company just released dolls from the Big Bang Theory. Sheldon is now a doll. Amy is also a doll, so you can play with Sheldon and Amy if you'd like. I would not like. I see at the top of the comments from the live stream that I should not forget to talk about, or no, he thought I was going to forget to talk about WWDC. Well, I'm not going to forget. That's big news, right? It happens every year. June 2nd this year, and that's when Apple's going to be coming out with a range of announcements specifically for developers. So I would expect at WWDC to hear about iOS 8, all the improvements they've made with existing services, some iCloud updates, possibly even, I wouldn't guarantee it, but I'd say possibly even the next iPhone. Although I would expect more for WWDC to be in the realm of software. That being said, if Apple is ready to announce some kind of wearable computing device, WWDC would be a great place to launch it, if only because the developers are there to support the device and their software and engagement and everything. So stay tuned. WWDC, June 2nd. I think iOS 8 is going to take center stage for that particular program. More than 70 million people, you'll love this, watch esports worldwide. 70 million people watch esports. So, like people who game, I guess there was a big Call of Duty, gaming thing where there was like someone, I think a team of people like won $1 million or something for playing the video game, right? Esports. If there was a sport that I would follow, esports would probably be it. Esports. Not quite a huge deal yet, but it's definitely getting there with 70 million people tuning in. I really wish I was more interested in video games. Maybe I just got to find the right video game to be interested in. I mean, Tetris. Can't really do much with that. Millipede. I loved Millipede. I could play classic games. I could play classic games. But no, I sucked at Donkey Kong. I would not play that. I don't want to show how bad I am, really. It's like boom, 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 boom. You can ride my back.
Yeah.
What?
We can be partners. On Donkey Kong, remember he grabbed his friend and threw him?
No, Donkey Kong, he didn't throw his friend.
Oh, he didn't?
No, maybe you're thinking Super Mario Brothers. I don't know. She's weird. That's a lot coming from me. Speaking of wacky things and classic games, did you realize that Pac-Man cookie cutters are available? You can get Pac-Man cookie cutters. Now, I shared this on Facebook, and someone commented and said, I got a question. Why do you need more than one ghost cookie cutter? Which made sense, but then I thought, well, yeah, why? Oh, because there were more than one ghost. So if you wanted to display or have those cookie cutters out for anybody to see, you would need more than one ghost. So it's really, it's not just about the cookies. It's about the cookie cutters themselves. You can just pack in the extra calories by eating cookies. And C is for cookies. And that's good enough for me. And you know what else is good enough for me? I think today. I think we're ready to wind down. I've shared so much, and we'll have more to share. I didn't even get to everything I wanted to share today. Yikes. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Trying to stay at around a half hour, because I realize it's a lot of time for you to spend with me, but I do appreciate I do appreciate you spending the time with me. Thanks again for remembering to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you to every single patron out there who is being very supportive to this endeavor. Everyone wanted to see TLDR come back. I brought it back for you. thanks in large part to the patrons. They are the people who deserve your thanks, not necessarily me. So thanks again for remembering to like, comment, share, subscribe, watch even more of our videos right now. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices with this device. It's a sneak peek for tomorrow's TLDR. What is this? Do you know what this is? It's a device. It stretches out like that, and it's the only hint you're going to get. There's the end of it there. What is this device? What is this gadget that everybody will want? Find out tomorrow. That will be one of the product views that you can stay forward to. I'm just going to shut up now. We'll see you later. Ow.